Hi, welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika, and here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And today, I'm just going to do a quick little sort of add a Grimoire page with me, if you want to, about autumn. I have mentioned it a couple times here, but it's my favorite time of year. This is sort of the beginning. I always think of autumn, fall as the beginning. So I'm going to be adding a page of my grimoire talking about celebrating autumn. And I enjoy doing it this way versus trying to fill up my grimoire pages ahead of time, or not ahead of time, but like just filling it up with, little facts and figures about pagan beliefs or witchcraft. I'd rather do it more like this, where I take my time and, when it's actually seasonal. Every time I start the camera, something gets in my eye. Maybe is there something over here? Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. And, just stay tuned and watch. And, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're doing something like this, if you're adding anything to your grimoire, to your Book of Shadows, any other details or things like that you think I could add, I'm kind of looking for ideas, because I want to do a little bit more than what I have to show you in a couple seconds. So if you do have some ideas and suggestions, please, I would really appreciate it if you left it in the comments. That would be great. All right, so here we go. Okay, and here we go. This is a blank page that I had already set with washi. I was thinking about using this for the my autumn, what I'm calling my autumn page. I'm not really going to refer to it so much as the Pagan Holiday Mabon. I'm okay with that, but I just really, for me, the focus is more on the actual season, more so than, some of they overlap the practices that are Mabon versus the way I'm sort of referring to my celebration of autumn. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. So here we go. So I'm using these stickers that I picked up from Michael's to, give a little bit of decor and sort of give that fall vibe. So I'm using these things. And I had some washi tape that I had I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, but these were purchased at Michael's, and I think they're just so cute. Let me make sure I can get things on here. Hopefully you can see it. But what I think I'll go ahead and do, this one with the gray, I kind of like that one for this page now that I'm looking at it. So yeah, I think it'll be used on this. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to take what I'm writing down, or basically how I plan or how I'm celebrating autumn, the start of autumn, or the season of autumn. So I'm just going to, sort of highlight and write those things. I talked about it in my latest video where I'm talking about celebrating autumn and Mabon. So a lot of those things I said there, that's what's going to be in here. So here we go. Let me go ahead and get started. So I'm using this pen once I do write. These are some of my favorite pens. I get these at one of the craft stores. I'm pretty sure it's Michael's, but I really like this, the Tri Plus Fine Liner, and I like that it dries very quickly, so it doesn't run over onto the next page. So that's one of the main reasons I love these pens. So I like the color. All right, so believe it or not, I'm actually going to start with just decorating first. What I like to do is sort of write around anything decorative or anything like that on the page. I'll write around it, or if I have to, although I don't think I need to do that on this one. It shouldn't be that much print that I need to include, but we'll see. Maybe I'll think of more stuff. I don't know. So this is just a page in my grimoire where I am, for me, it's something I like to look at. It's a reminder. I actually started using it last year, really started using it last year. and really got more heavy, including additional pages this year. Oh, come on. Or I should say I bought it probably in 2017. No, I bought it in 2019. That's right, I did. I don't know. I was really taking my time, I guess, at using it. It was there. I mean, I already had a book Shadows, so it's not like I didn't have anything. I had been using that, and I was ready to make the transition. That was just about done, and I knew I wanted to continue with kind of the same type of theme, using this type of book. I thought about a binder, but if I'm being honest, a binder wouldn't feel as, well, let me use a little bit more of these. A binder would not feel as nice as this does. So I don't know. This one, I feel like it's a little bit more. I still have the ability to add pages. Let me just say that. I still have the ability to add pages. It doesn't take away from that just because I have this type. I will glue them in, so it doesn't even matter. Oops. Oh, look at this. This was already out. Perfect. I've been using these stickers in my planner spreads, so. Okay, so it's little touches of the gold. Really enjoy doing this. This is fun, you know. I don't care how old you are. It's fun to play with stickers because that's basically what's happening. Let me get this in a frame a little bit better. Sorry about that. But I like playing with my stickers and making things look cute and pretty. I enjoy doing that, yes. I don't know if I could draw it. I guess that would be nice, but I still would like stickers. Like, sometimes people are really weird about that. I notice, like, oh, you still like playing, you know, you play with those things. I'm like, I mean, if we want to refer to it that way, I saw it as a creative outlet, but, you know, if that's how you want to see it. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that off to the side. All right, so I like that. I think that's enough of those. And now for my writing. Get the pen out here, and I'm just going to say, celebrating the autumnal equinox. All right, let me zoom that in a little bit. So I got that down right now. So actually it looks pretty neat, I think. All right, so the things that I'm doing, and this is something that, you know, I deem it something I would do again. That's why I'm writing it here. So I'm going to say make an offering. I don't know why I struggled on the word offering just now. For some reason, I was about to put a double R. I don't know what's going on in my mind today. Make an offering. And I'll condense it. Make an offering of gratitude. Yeah, sorry, of gratitude. Okay, so I got that one down. And then communing. Oops. Well, I messed that up a little bit, didn't I? Communing with spirit. Okay, and then have a ritualistic dinner. Okay. I'm like shortening the things that I said before, taking account of the gains. Oh yeah. Take an account Okay, of the gains. I want to say this year, but I want to say this. I'll say the past since last autumn. Last autumn. Okay. Let me see, and then physically. Clean and organize my home. All right, so that is pretty much the list here, that I have going. So that's the list. This is basically pretty much most of the page here. And I have some space over here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more pumpkins to it. Actually, you know what? I'm telling a story. I didn't want to add pumpkins. I actually wanted to separate this page because I'm going to add a little bit more detail in this section. Okay, and this is a way to kind of just separate the page a little bit and writing additional things down here. So I think what I want to just add something a little bit more. I'm just going to talk about what, as far as the autumn equinox. Autumn equinox. Ooh, let me get that right. Let me get this right. Come out the frame a little bit so you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. All right. And also so I can write as neat as I can. I would like to be able to still read my handwriting after the fact, like whether it's like a couple months or, next year. So I'm writing as neat and pretty as I can that's pleasing to my eye, and also so that it makes sense to me later. I don't want to rush it. So I'm going to say when the sun, and I'm just writing down what this is. When the sun is exactly, there is so much traffic outside my door right now. I notice at certain times it's like more activity. The equator. I'm writing everything in lowercase. Yeah, so what am I saying here? When the sun is exactly above the equator and day and night are an equal length. There we go. So I just wanted to write a little bit more down here about what it was, and I do think I'm still going to go ahead and add me some more pumpkin. And when it's all said and done, I knew I wanted to just sort of write that down, but this is just my page, and this is something, you never know what kind of frame of mind you might be in. Whenever, as far, you don't know what, the point is, we don't know what might be going on in our lives that can kind of take us out of our natural element, our natural state, so to speak. And I think, and let me just be a little bit more clear. Anything can happen. Somebody you love can die. You could go through an illness. It could be anything. The point is, to me, having this grimoire is like a great place for me to just, when I'm in, I guess, for lack of better words, my right frame of mind, when I feel more like myself, this is a place that I can go and I have recorded information, and it could help me, through a time where I feel a little lost, I don't feel as grounded. Coming into my book can help me. So one of the things that I focus on is not so much as like, you know, this, you won't find like recipes for things, or I mean, you might. I may include that. That's actually not true. But more importantly, it's not like a how-to guide. This is part journal, part diary, part kind of planner, and part, you know, just knowledge dump. A place for me to put all the things that I want to be able to come back to. So next year, you know, whatever I could be just as excited, just as happy. The point is, it would feel great to look at this and knowing the energy I was on when I wrote this in the book. Same for with my planners. I like to sometimes go through the year before and look at my planners, and I like to, because I jot notes and things like that. Like it's a diary, so I enjoy doing that, and I enjoy having that information to look at. And like I said, it can put you in a better frame of mind. Think if you suffer from like depression, or you suffer from anxiety, or you know, any sort of mental challenges sometimes, just to kind of like function, I guess, quote unquote, like everybody else. If you kind of struggle, maybe, just maybe, you might enjoy journaling and keeping, in this case, a magical grimoire, because it's super helpful for those times when you're not feeling your best self, for lack of better words. You're not feeling your best self, or worse, you're not feeling it all. You're feeling very numb. It doesn't have to be bad. Sometimes, you know, it's just too much, and escape to your own journal is my point. So anyway, I kind of rattled on about that, but hopefully you guys get what I'm talking about. So what I would do on this page, since I have this here, I'll probably add something in here shortly, as far as like, for instance, making an offering of gratitude. So I can add what that was here, as far as what my offering, I'll just write down kind of a little bit of whatever spell, ritual, or however that manifests. I'll do that here, and I'll record communing with spirit. So most likely it's going to be a tarot. So I'll do like a tarot spread. I'll put the squares and the meanings and so forth. Have a ritualistic dinner. So I may have like a quick menu of what it was, and a bit of detail. And then finally, the take an account of the gain since last autumn. On this page, I'll just have that sort of information, and it'll basically be a list that I'm putting here of all the things I felt I've gained since last autumn. And then finally, physically cleaning and organizing my home. I can also make this sort of a list section where I'll list out the items that I feel need to be deep cleaned and so forth. And add, of course, the magical component would be, you know, to make sure I cleanse, or I might even just write down the spiritual piece of it, of just like, you know, saging the house or something like that. What type of sage or Palo Santo, or maybe a quick word or something that I said as I did so. But that'll be on this page. I'm still doing these things, so I'm not done. That's why I'm not doing this right now, but it'll be a continuation, and I'll add more of this kind of stuff over on this side as well, and my washi. So it'll, when I open it up, you know, it'll make sense. But this is it. This is my page that I added. Again, I by no means am perfect. I don't, you know, have it sort of on lock on how one should or shouldn't set up a grimoire. I think it's ridiculous if I told someone this is the only way you can do it. But I've shown this before in my grimoire. I added pages from an old pagan planner, or witch planner it's called, witch's planner. So I just cut out the pages, and this was actually some pages from the summer from Letha, and it was a free coloring book page. So I'll add things, and this is one of those things where I added, you can see here, that's some washi. I glued it down first, and I added the washi as well, just so it could, you know, stay, well, one, it's pretty, but just to give it a little bit more stability and staying within a page. And then I just fold the page back here. I just fold a little bit of the page back. It bends out. You can see the fold mark probably right here. So, yeah. And, yeah, this was it. And I added that. So, there you go. Some anointing oil recipe. I did do it, so I do have recipes. And this is one of the other pages that I did. So, anyhow, I'm just showing you, I don't go in order on these pages in my book because it doesn't move, it doesn't feel right to do that. So I have things written in various places. Nothing is, you know, in one place. You can see if I go through, it's not, you know, all in one spot is the point I'm making. So yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what I wanted. So I still have quite a few things to fill in, but super excited to continue to work on this page. And again, celebrating the autumn equinox. So I'm not putting the year, because that's not what this is about over here. Now on this side, I can choose to put the year that I actually did some of this stuff. I don't know if I will. I may. It's not that important to me as far as the dates, because this is just timeless information for me. As long as I'm alive and able, I'll celebrate the change of seasons. But that's that. So thanks for watching. Again, this is Mika. Leap taken. Please like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have subscribed, again, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.